Today, there are around 4.2 million websites on pornography, and in that, around 100,000 of them are on child pornography. As you know, it has become very convenient, or it has become very easy to access porn, in your phones, in your laptops, in other various other mediums. It has become very, very convenient and easy to use or easy to access. But if you look at the studies done on the effects of pornography, on what happens internally to us when there is a constant use or constant watch of porn, right? We try get to understand many things about it. We get to understand what exactly happens when we do that. Many people have confessed that they tend to watch porn, or they tend to watch pornography as a way to relieve their stress or to relieve themselves from the pressure. It could be either their personal issues, or it could be either with regard to the professional stress, whatever they're going through, right? They use pornography or porn as a medium to relieve themselves from the stress, or to feel better for the moment. uh, you know uh, they feel that it is very much necessary, or they tend to use it as such. But what happens when it is used as a medium, as a of stress buster, or something to relieve you? The more you feel stressed at any point of time, or any time you feel stressed, or any time that you're going through something, you would want to watch it again and again, right? And the more you feel stressed, because as you used it before, you would want to use it again, because it is already registered in your mind that this is something to help me to it will help me to feel better. So the more you do it, the more one becomes addicted to it. The one becomes want to rely on it more and more, which obviously leads to addiction. So it's very important we understand that, we also understand and look at the factors in pornography, so that we, more importantly, how it affects us, so that we understand and know what we can do about it, and what must be done about the same. As I mentioned, right, people do confess that it is due to the stress, or it is due to the fact that they want to relieve themselves from the pressure that they're going through, that they watch porn. But apart from that, if you look at the side effects, or if you look at the effects of watching porn continuously, you can see that it can cause addiction. It can either cause tolerance. It can cause it can affect their personal life and their professional life, right? It can cause a lot of stress and anxiety for them, right? All these factors, or all the side effects, as you see, right, are very similar to the side effects that occurs when you take a drug, right? With regard to addiction, tolerance, with regard to compulsiveness that you feel, right? All this is very similar to the fact that, when you take a drug, right, the side effects are very, very similar. So many have concluded, or many studies or many researchers have concluded that, porn can be called, or porn can be categorized as a new drug, where usage of it continuously by people is creating the side effects for them, which is very similar, or which is equal to the side effects of taking a drug, right? As I said before, the addiction factor, the tolerance level, right? The tolerance level in the sense that the wanting to watch more, or the wanting to watch more graphical, or rather violent videos about the same, right? It creates a need, or it creates a want inside them to do so, which again goes back to the vicious cycle of watching it again and again. So it's very important that we understand that it is becoming an issue, or it also, or rather, it is already an issue. It is true that many, or we don't speak about it, or we don't talk about it. We rather, you know, not discuss it because of various factors, as we all know. But like any other issue, whether it is mental health, or whether it is any other physical ailments or whatever, it's very important that we talk about it, especially since it's because a mental health issue. We need to I'm not saying that watching porn is a mental health issue, right? I'm just saying that it can create mental health related issues. So it is very important that we talk about it, that we understand it, and we see what we can do about it. Because the more we tell ourselves that there is nothing wrong, or there is no harm to it, the more we are lying to ourselves, and the more we are falling to the trap again and again, and we are becoming more and more vulnerable to the situation. So we need to address it, and we need to do what we can to make sure that we help the people who require it. So um, many say that we focus on the fact that nowadays children are getting addicted to porn, or children are watching porn. It is true, definitely it is true, right? It's a shocking factor that the children are getting exposed to porn, or they're watching porn, and they start to watch porn at the age of 11, right? It's not that they initiate to watch porn, it's just that they get exposed to it, either by hearing about it, either by seeing a picture or video, whatever. They get exposed to it at the age of 11. And the maximum number of people, right, who watch porn, right, the maximum number of crowd, right, don't mind me saying crowd, but the maximum number of people who watch porn, right, are in between the age of 13 to 17, right? So if you look at it, you can understand that at the time of getting exposed to it, right, there's a curiosity which builds, right, and they would want to watch it again and again, or rather they would want to know what is happening, right, and what is it, right? And especially when you know that many people are avoiding the conversation about it, when you listen to your parents telling about it, or your family member who are saying that you should not do it, or you should not see that, or you should not do that, or you should not listen to that, whatever, right? It creates a curiosity to know more about it, to know what is it, to understand what it is. So that leads to them watching it again and again, and that again leads to a sense of addiction, as you can see. But it is very important to understand that it is not just children, right? Adults too, right? Between the ages of, you can say that 35 to 52, right? Even above that, right? There are many people who's going through the same and a similar issue, and the fact that they are not able to talk about it, they are not able to come out and deal with it, it's making things even more worse. It's not that they don't want to deal with it, it's not that they do not know the effects of it, because they are going through it, so they definitely know it, but they are not sure how to do it, how to come out of it, how to seek help, right? And to those who's watching this, and if you feel, or if you know that you're going through this, I just want you to know that there is nothing to be ashamed of, there is nothing to be feel guilty about, right? It's extremely difficult right now, right? I understand that, but I would encourage you to seek help. By seeking help, what I mean is that talk to people around you, right? Talk to a professional, maybe a psychologist, or if you feel that that is something that you don't want to do, maybe talk to a friend, right, who you feel can support you, who you feel can understand you, right? Talk to them. It could be a family member or anybody. Speak to them. Start speaking up to them, because it's high time that we do not use porn, or do not see porn as a way to relieve ourselves from the way to relieve ourselves from the stress, or the pressure that we're going through. The more we tend to use it as a medium to relieve ourselves from the pressure, the more we tend to fall back into it, the more we would want to do it again and again. We need to find different ways and different mediums to handle the stress and to handle the pressure. By speaking about it, by talking about it, is one way which can help you to come out of it. So I would encourage you to talk about it, to speak about it. I understand this is difficult, but it is very much required right now, so that you can do it, you can open up to people about it. At the same time, people who know that there is somebody who they know is going through this, who is dealing with this, I would definitely give you more encouragement to go and be with them, help them, support them, create a circle around them, to make them feel that they can come to you, they can talk to you, they can be okay, they can be fine. Because around 90% of people who are addicted to porn, right, who are dealing with addiction to pornography, tend to suffer alone, right? They are not able to talk to anybody around them. They are not able to share things around, with people around them. They tend to suffer all these feelings, all these effects on their own, and they try to overcome the by dealing with these things on their own, which makes things even more difficult for them. I would definitely encourage people who knows or who is aware of somebody who's going through this to go ahead, speak to them, talk to them, help them out, and let them know that support is there. Support can be given. If you feel that there is they need to speak to a psychologist, please feel free to do that. Because with regard to psychologists too, if you feel that confidentiality factor definitely plays a very important role there, where the information that you give will be completely confidential, will not be shared with anybody else. If you feel that will help you, do that. You do not have to suffer alone. You do not have to deal with this all alone, right? Because you are not alone, right? So let's be that people, all right? Let's be that persons who are there for each other, all right? Because to be honest, we need each other right now more than ever. With regard to the mental health issues, with regard to the issues that's coming up and that's rising and that's been going on, we need each other more than ever. Right. So let's break the barrier and make sure that we reach or extend our hand to help people around us, to talk to people around us, to let them know that we are here, or there is help, so that we can give them the right kind of support and help to make them come out of it, or make sure that they're okay, they're fine. If there are any queries or doubts, please feel free to ask me about it, or put it in the comments. I will be more than happy to talk to you all about it. And as always, thanks for listening, and thank you so much.